I have several viewers who are wanting to know what are the technical conditions that must be met to guarantee that the Australian 21 card trick will work. Okay, so I thought I would quickly show you that. I'll show you the inequalities that must be satisfied. If you want to know where I got those, then we would have to cover that in a separate video because that will be a much longer discussion. So I'm going to show you the video of the Australian 21 card trick, and then we'll talk about what are the restrictions that will guarantee it will work every time. You need 21 cards for this effect. Have the spectator mix these as much as they would like. When they're content, have them remember the bottom card. That is their special card. Now we're going to input the spectator's first name into the lie detector machine. What's your name, Robert? R-O-B-E-R-T. Very good. Now we're going to run the truth-telling program. T-R-U-T-H. Okay? Robert, what was your card? King of clubs? K-I-N-G-O-F-C-L-U-B-S. Now we're going to process your answer. T-R-U-T-H. Let's see how you did, Robert. R-O-B-E-R-T. You lied, my friend. Okay, so here are the conditions that need to be met for this effect to work every time. First off, you need to realize that we're using what's called off-centered coding. Now, that's something I talk about on my channel, so I can include a link in the description below that will explain off-centered coding. But the effect that you just saw not only is based on off-centered coding, but it's also based on something I call pre-coding. And I guess I should mention that coding, C-O-A-T-I-N-G, COAT stands for count, out, and transfer. Okay? So when I talk about pre-coding, it's referring to, in that example, in that video there, spelling out the person's name, Robert, before you even begin, okay? So spelling Robert is not part of the off-centered coding procedure. It's something called pre-coding. And the pre-coding that we do for the name of the spectator is going to be represented by the letter K, whereas S and T are the standard variable names for an off-centered coding procedure. So here are the three inequalities that give the conditions for this effect. Okay, so first off, if you remember, I spelled out T-R-U-T-H using the down-under shuffle. Okay. Now, depending on whether the final card after spelling truth is put under, either 9 to 10 cards will be coded to the table. So that's why I have S's between 9 and 10. Now T, which represents the number of letters in the stated card name, is guaranteed to be between 10 and 15 letters because the shortest card name has 10 letters and the longest card name has 15. And then finally, for all of this to work, this is really the important thing to remember, the number of letters in the person's name that we spell out at the beginning, and that's denoted by the letter K, as I mentioned, it needs to be between 2 letters and 10 letters. So as long as the person's first name consists of somewhere between 2 and 10 letters, this routine here is guaranteed to work perfectly. Now, if it ends up that their name has a number of letters outside that range, the effect may or may not work depending on the particular card that they state as the card that they noted at the beginning. Okay, so if you want to be safe, as long as the person's first name has between 2 and 10 letters, this routine will always work for you. And what's really interesting is if you go through the analysis, and I haven't shown you all of the background information, but it leads to this string of inequalities that must be satisfied, which can be rewritten as below, actually forces the packet size N to be exactly 21 cards. So no more than 21 nor fewer than 21 will actually work. or be guaranteed to work for this routine, okay? So as long as you have 21 cards, the spectator's name has between 2 and 10 letters in it, this routine is guaranteed to work for you, and it will just absolutely amaze the spectator because they're free to choose any of the 52 card names, and regardless of what they name, you are going to detect in the end whether or not they were truthful or whether they lied regarding the bottom card that they saw at the beginning of the routine. So I just wanted to give you the conditions that need to be met for you to be certain that this effect will succeed. So thank you for watching, and take a look at other videos on the Absolute Math Magic channel.